Welcome to Pop Century Resort. I'm Jessica, and today we're going to dive into everything you need to know about this vibrant value resort here at Walt Disney World. We're going to take a full tour of the hotel, and then we're going to take a ride on Disney's Skyliner. I want to show you why Pop Century is the perfect mix of fun, convenience, and budget-friendly magic. Let's go ahead and get started. Pop Century celebrates the unforgettable fads and styles of music from 1950s to 1990s. From larger-than-life bowling pins to Walkmans to Lady and the Tramp, every corner is bursting with nostalgia. Now, the first place I want to start by showing you is the actual room itself. Now, if you have magic bands, great. Just know, we're in room 1329. Just know that you can use your cell phone in the app to unlock your door. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you. I'm on the app. I say unlock my door, push the button, and my door's unlocked. It's just that simple. Now, with the standard room, the value resort means basically you're getting fantastic accommodations. It's an affordable price. The rooms themselves were recently updated with a sleek, modern look. There are 2 queen beds. You'll see the other one in a minute. Tons of storage, and then of course all the Disney magic you could expect without breaking the bank. So there is a nice area where you can store your food. There is a window to the outside. Now we love to decorate those windows. I do have a couple of videos on that and more coming soon. Welcome. There we are. And then there are 2 beds. One of them is in that fun little brown cabinet you see by the table. Here is the other one. Both sides of the room light up. Lots of pillows. We really like that. Perfect amount of storage underneath the bed if you want to put your suitcase in there. There is an adjoining room if we chose to do that. Obviously for this trip, it was just the 4 of us. We did not. I do like this little storage area here. Typically when we go, we'll put all the dirty clothes in there, the clean clothes in the cabinets, and then at the end of the trip, we can divide them out. You can see here, there is a hairdryer, an iron, extra toilet paper, and nice little shelves for you to kind of, organize all of this. Now, I do like this sink. It's kind of fun because it pops out a little bit. Of course, there's the mirror. There is the bathroom. Sliding doors in this one. Back in the day, they had a different setup, but they do have the sliding glass doors. They also have all of the shampoo, conditioner, and body wash that you need. And then there is a shower hose where you can take it off. So if you have little kids that you want to have them kind of soak in the tub and then rinse their hair easily, very easy to do. They did not give us plenty of towels, so we had to actually call and get more, but they didn't have a problem with that at all. Came actually very, very quick. The Pop Century, so while we're just kind of looking here, just want to tell you there is a food court. This room is actually one that's close to the food court area, which we really liked because I could order something, send my husband to go get it. He could bring it back. We could hang out at this table and have breakfast if we wanted, and we didn't have to sit inside the lobby. No, there is currently some construction on the Classic Hall, which is the food court area. I don't know how long that's going to go for, but just know there is some of that going on. Let me go ahead and pop this bed down so you guys can see the other queen size bed. Now, I love this room for price and everything else. If you are someone who's going to be popping this bed up and down a lot, that's a little bit of a pain because you have to kind of keep making the bed a little bit and then move your stuff and sort. But again, nice little bed, pops up, look adorable Pluto dreaming. This was perfect. I mean, it worked well, and I did like it because of the amount of space in the room. Having that table available was nice. The only thing I wish they had in this room, because you can bring food back, I wish there was like a small broom so that you could kind of sweep up if the kids spilled hash browns or something on the floor. That was the only complaint I had, like when the kids ate right there, because then if we didn't, one day, long story short, the kids had breakfast. There was like potato hash, and one of them had ended up there. We didn't see it, and I rolled out of bed and right into the squish. So kind of gross, but there you go. There's the story. Just so you know, in this room, we did have the Disney Alexa. So as we come around outside, we were in the Lady and the Tramp area, and there are a bunch of different pools. So there's 3 pools. There's the hippy dippy main pool, And then there's this bowling pin pool, and then there's like off in the 80s and 90s, it looks like a big computer disc. There's also a playground, which was nice. It was so fun because when we were there, storms were all over the place. We were there, this was actually filmed in June, end of June, almost 4th of July weekend. And storms were coming through like crazy. We had gotten in the pool, literally made one lap around the bowling pin, and bad weather came, and the lifeguards were super fast to get us out for safety. But from where we were by Lady and the Tramp. You can kind of just sort of scurry through between rooms. And we are going to go ahead and take a walk now over to the Skyliner. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I like All-Star, oh, I like this. I'm going to tell you, if you can afford Pop Century, it's just a little bit more than the All-Stars, but you're going to get something that is phenomenal. If people say that time is money, having the Skyliner associated to this resort is worth so much time. Sometimes the buses don't come as nearly often as they should. The other problem I find is at the end of the night, it's such a hassle to get in and out of, for example, like Hollywood Studios or Epcot, and being able to just go and get in that Skyliner line and whoop, right up and around, done. Now, what I will tell you, there is one downfall to the Skyliner, and that is if there is bad weather, they will close the Skyliner down. There was one time during this trip when my husband and daughters, see there, we like to do that where we decorate the room. My daughters and my husband decided to go somewhere else while I had an event to go to at the Disney parks. And they got out to Hollywood Studios, got back as far as the Riviera, and got stuck. And there was no bus to get back to our hotel. And so it was kind of a small nightmare. It wasn't horrible. It took them a little bit of time. And when that happens, Disney does get a little discombobulated for a few minutes. So know that you have to put on your patient pants and be okay with just sort of hanging around, and that it's okay, right? It's okay. You're not at work, you're not whatever, you're on vacation with the kids and the family, or by yourself, and it's okay. Disney will get you sorted through and get you where you need to go. And to be honest, they were delayed about 20 minutes, and that was because of the weather. And then the Skyliner was back up and running, and back to the hotel they came. So, again, one of the biggest perks about Pop Century is that it's associated to the Disney Skyliner. It literally is your personal magic carpet in the sky, and it connects you to Pop Century, the Riviera, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Caribbean Beach, Beach Club. So if you think about like, we're on the dining plan, or we're on this, you have access now to all of that just by that Skyliner very quickly. So if you're like, I'd really love to eat at the Beach Club, Cape May Cafe or something, or I want to go to the Caribbean Beach because there's a restaurant there that I really want to try. It's literally a Skyliner jump away. So I love it for that fact. The other thing we love to do is sometimes we'll actually take this to like Hollywood Studios and then take the bus to the hotel we want. Like if we're trying to go to a dinner reservation. Typically you can get there within about 15 minutes or so. No bus, no traffic. And I know people say, it gets too hot in there. We were there in end of June, almost July. And the vents were all open, and it was super relaxing and comfortable. So just know it's not that bad, even in the hot of the summer. Now, the other thing I didn't talk about is obviously there's the Skyliner hub, if you will. On the other side of this bridge is the Art of Animation. So if you're staying at Pop Century, and let's just say you're at the Magic Kingdom, for instance, this is a pro tip for you. You're at the Magic Kingdom, end of the night, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get back to our room. The kids are so tired. No Pop Century bus, but there was an Art of Animation that you could get on. Get on the Art of Animation bus, take that to the front, and then you can literally just walk over the bridge right to your hotel. So that is a great feature. The other thing that could be nice is if you were, let's say you could go to the boardwalk. for example, take the bus to the boardwalk, and then you can take the Skyliner all the way back. If your kids are like, hey, like mine, the Skyliner is a ride. And I'll be really honest, when we stay on the Skyliner route, my kids will actually want to go on the Skyliner as though it was one of the park rides. They love it so much. And so we've done that before as another, we don't want to waste time standing around. I'd rather keep going. And that's one of our game changers. So as we're on our way up and over, this Skyliner does do 2 stops. The first one is at the Caribbean beach. And when we get to the end of this route that we're on right now, you will get off almost like you're riding a bus or an elevator. And to the left, you'll have Hollywood Studios. And straight ahead of you, you will have what we'll call Riviera/Epcot. So if you get off, which you have to, otherwise if you just stay on here, you're literally going to turn around and go right back to your hotel. But you're going to go ahead and get off. And if we went to the left, you would go to Hollywood Studios, enjoy that for the night. If you go straight, again, you're going to go to Riviera/Epcot. Now, we also have sometimes booked reservations to have breakfast at Mickey and Minnie's up at the top of the Riviera. And we've taken the Skyliner. It's such a fast right back. One time we stayed at the Caribbean beach, which I will tell you, if you learn to love the Skyliner, it is the best for the Skyliner because it's a little bit of a nicer resort. Not to say the other ones aren't, but there is a huge pool with lots of water slides, which is what my kids are all about. And you're right next to the Riviera. So we could literally walk to the Riviera. We could walk to the Skyliner, or we could walk to the second Skyliner station, which was really nice. The other thing that's really nice about this is it's so relaxing. They typically don't squeeze you in too much. Obviously, since things are getting back to normal-ish, we'll put an ish on there, they do or could put you on with other people. Typically, if you have a stroller, they don't. But, for example, we were on the 4 of us, and they added one more person because they were by themselves. Not a big deal. Literally, they could probably hold 4 across, but they're not packing you in like that. So, now, that could all change, but as of right now, they weren't. For our trek right now, we are going to go straight. So we're going to head toward the Riviera on our way to Epcot. One of the cool things about this is if you take this one, you might say, oh, do I have to change Skyliners again? You don't. This one will actually sort of make a pause. See how slow they're rolling? You'll actually jump off of those. If you're in a wheelchair or require extra assistance, there is a special one that you can get put into where it will completely stop. So please don't feel like if you're like, ooh, I've got bad knees, I've got, wheelchair, I've got whatever, that you have to try. Absolutely not. Talk to the amazing cast members and explain your situation, and they will help guide you to which one is going to be the best for you. I've seen people who really try, and then they get on the Skyliner and they're like, oh, my knee, this hurts too much, or this or that, or they push. So don't be afraid to talk to them about your specific situation, so that they can accommodate you best, because obviously they don't want you hurt. The other thing I would highly encourage, and this sounds like I am, parenting 101, hold your child's hand. Don't let them run up to or in the Skyliner. I have seen where kids almost slide between them because kids are way excited to go on these. Just make it a game and say, hey, come here, hold my hand, let's go do this together, and just make sure that they board properly and safely. That's, biggest concern. So as we leave that first station, so basically our first connection, you can see we're going to fly right over the top of Caribbean Beach. This one does go a little high, so if you have a fear of heights, sit toward the middle and just know it's going to be okay. It's a quick ride. But what's cool about this is that they are a luxurious European-inspired feel. So it's got these Skyliners, and you're on your way to the Riviera, which has that European-inspired feel. It's really fun. The other thing, too, is if you decide you're like, ooh, you know what, we're going to stop and grab some coffee at the cafe. You could get off at the Riviera and then hop back on at the Riviera and continue on to Epcot. So We really enjoy that one. It really is a game changer to have the Riviera, the deluxe hotel, at the end of this route, at least as far as hotel routes. If you can stay on, what'll happen is it'll kind of curve around. Off to the left, you can see the Epcot space, the ball. And what happens is basically it kind of slows down enough, lets people off, lets people on, and then it continues and ramps up again and heads straight to Epcot. So you don't really have to leave. So one of the things I love, again, about staying at Pop Century is whether you're heading back and forth to the parks, the Skyliner is such a game changer. And that's why I knew I wanted to include this in this room tour. It literally is a convenience like no other at this price point at Disney World. So I just want to quickly say, as we are on our way, we're paused here. I really hope that you enjoyed this look at Pop Century and its amazing Skyliner connection. If you're looking for value, convenience, and a little bit of nostalgia on your Disney trip, truthfully, this resort has it all. Don't forget, here at Jessica Lynn Original Studios, I do a lot of travel to Disney World, Disneyland. We've got a trip coming up early in spring of 2025. I cannot wait to take you on that trip with us. It is Disneyland's 70th anniversary, so this is going to be a lot of fun. And then don't forget to like, subscribe, and then go ahead and comment down below. If you were staying at Pop Century, or if you've stayed at Pop Century, what is your favorite feature? I think that'll really help other people who are trying to plan their trip there. And not to mention, it's really fun to kind of hear what you loved, or is there something specifically nostalgic that resonates with you? You know, what is it that, you know, it calls to you, right? So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. I'm going to go ahead and pop up a couple more videos for you to watch. Take care, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye, everybody.